Hello, this is John Baker with another NX Quick Tip video. Today we're going to talk about some additional enhancements that were added with the NX11 Sketcher. So I've got this sketch here that I've been previously working on, and again, some of the enhancements we've made. For example, if I go in and edit this parameter using the slider here, because we now are moving all of the geometry and not just a ghost image, you can see how the model is going to be modified, and we see all the dimensions and constraints move with it. So again, it gives you better feedback as to what is going to happen. And again, you notice the geometry, the dimensions now remained relative to the geometry. And if I move like a feature, let's say drag this up or down, you see that that dimension moves with it. So again, it's going to give you your sketches will stay organized better. You won't spend as much time kind of organizing the presentation on the sketch. Also, we've added a new sketch browser. So the browser allows you to see how the geometry is constrained in the sketch and the different constraints that are used. Right now I have it in what we call the curve mode. So this is showing all the curves that are in the sketch, and it's showing the status of them. So you can see that some of the sketch curves here are fully constrained, some are partially constrained. And if I did, for example, came in here and let's say just added a circle out here and went back to the browser, you would now see that that arc actually has no constraints on it whatsoever because it's just positioned in space at the moment. And the ones that do have constraints, I can expand them and actually see the constraints that are assigned to that particular curve. And selecting the curve will also highlight the curve in the window, so you can see when I'm working here as to which curve I'm looking at based on which one is highlighted in the screen. And we can also list it by constraints. Now this is showing all the constraints in the sketch currently. And this is also where you would now go to, let's say, delete a constraint. So if I decided that I wanted to get rid of a particular constraint, I can select it here and I can actually either hide it, edit it, and so on and so forth, or I can actually delete it. And so I can delete constraints, of course, by selecting them, dimensions or constraints, or I can come in here, for example, and actually select it here and delete the constraint from the browser. So this will be the new approach to do this. And while you're in the browser, you can also toggle on to see all of the degrees of freedom arrows to indicate where the sketch is currently under constrained. So this is a new capability that was added with NX11. We're going to continue and have other videos covering other Sketcher enhancements. So thank you very much.